Oh, here we go. Winners final. Meowskii going up against Armix. I also got to consider, like, because I'm not too sure whether Armix has much familiarity with Zato. Or, like, most of the players that we talk about have much familiarity with Zato. You know, it's such a rare beast to have in this top 8. So let's see if Armix knows the matchup as well as Meowskii has obviously demonstrated he knows how to deal against Ramlethal.
Yeah, it's still hard, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, one of the trickiest things about Zato is like you don't see a lot of Zato, and I don't think it has anything to do with how good of a character it is. It's hard to use. It takes a lot of work to use this character, and so you just don't see as many players want to dedicate as much time to it. But you can see Armix has been blowing up Eddie really, really well so far.
Yeah. Of course, Zato, in terms of like difficulty, kind of acts as like a weird bell curve. Like, of course, beginning to learn how to play Zato is very difficult because, of course, you got to get that muscle memory in, you know, with his inputs and such, and being able to control the shadow at the same time. Then it kind of gets a lot easier when things start clicking into place, and you are sort of playing at that like beginner to early mid-range sort of competitive level, and then you're going up against people who have a bit of experience against Zato. You know, you're playing against much higher level players, and then the difficulty starts going back up again, you know, as it becomes a lot more about, you know, matchup knowledge and not just execution on top of that as well. So
let's see if he has the experience. The thing is with Zato, his pressure and subsequently damage as well on top of that is some of the best in the game, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Like even right now, right? It's like, are you blocking for that long, really?
Like meterless, definitely, for sure. He has some of the best meterless pressure and meterless damage in the game, just because of the fact that he is just playing with two characters at the same time. An amazing oppose into Drunken Shade, does manage to get a punish.
Punished Armix for trying to hit Eddie. And there you go, the gaping maw there, jumping in there and taking that round. Sets up the oppose, launches it with the Drunken Shade.
Good challenge. But I think one of the things that Meowskii's demonstrated that's really good is his sort of his fluctuation on timing with oppose. Like, he won't just do oppose and then immediately do Drunken Shade to send him out. Sometimes he'll just hold out the oppose a little bit longer than what the opponent thinks he's going to hold it out for, and that gives him an opportunity to absorb a button to then get a more effective punish with Drunken Shade afterwards. So
it has the corner position. Let's see if he can take advantage of this. Zato so scary when he gets you into the corner like that. Meowskii trying to use the burst to get out of there. Baits out a burst, but too far away for that Daro to hit. That'll be fixed tomorrow. Theoretically.
Oh, and sneaks in with the throw. Armix taking game one.
Close game there, but nicely done to Armix to clutch it out in the end.
Let's go.
Yeah, like, it's kind of hard to really say. Of course, I think the only thing is that I did put my foot in my mouth. Commentator's curse. There were a couple of moments where Armix was doing really well at guessing the timing on Meowskii's oppose going into Drunken Shade, being able to use that far rest to hit Zato, which meant that Eddie would just disappear and then wouldn't be back for a long time later on. So a little bit getting a read on the timing of that oppose into Drunken Shade in that neutral space, which is a huge part of that matchup. You don't want to let like Eddie or Zato get a sandwich situation with no challenge at all, you know. So really good stuff from Armix, demonstrating really good challenges and knowledge on the matchup. So now it's probably up to Meowskii to sort of be like, okay, you have some fundamental knowledge of the matchup, even though, you know, Zato is an irregular character in ICFC. Let's go to level 2, level 3, and let's see how you deal with this sort of level of matchup knowledge, you know, when I do get these more effective sandwich situations. Or you could just burst out. You could just better burst, get in the corner. Nice Drunken Shade to absorb the explosion. Gets a sandwich.
Have a sandwich? No lettuce? Damn. Really out here not fucking dust. I love it.
Oh, goes to the same side.
No, that isn't it. Oh, no touch.
Miss me with that one, Chief. Eddie's back. Tries to go for the sandwich again after Pierce up. What a savage throw. Oh my days. I
you back out?
went for throw there. Oh, you
gets clipped by the frog. Little bit of a misinput there. I think he was trying to buffer in a frog instead of a command grab.
Bounty boys. Oh, does that
Bounty
count?
boys. No, yeah, it was two combos. Yeah, he did one hit at least.
They didn't say optimal combos for the bounty. It's fine.
Yeah.
Man, I think the Zato mind game is kind of like I feel all puppet characters have this. Is yeah, you can't avoid my throw because I'm going to cover it with a strike, so you have to kind of tech or do a reversal, right, to hit the puppet and the person trying to do the command throw. I think that's really strong in this game because you can't backdash if he goes for a pose throw. You have to jump and then you kind of give up a punish because a pose will still force you to block on the way down.
Yeah. And it's like the highest attack level, so you're still giving him super plustering. Gets clipped by the drill, swaps to the side, gets the wall break, gonna get that positive bonus.
This is
nice. Yeah, Zato just gets to choose what size he's on those combos so well. It's really cool. Oh my god, just chopped Eddie. Oh.
It was expensive, but maybe worth it. Eddie's been doing a lot of damage, and I think it didn't work out for Armix.
Yep.
Kill Eddie at all costs. Damn, it paid off. Definitely paid off. Nah, no dusts. So no more of the bounties are being checked off. But I think it's Zato. There's going to be more dusts in the near future. As long as Meowskii can get in, and obviously getting around Ram's normals is pretty rough for most characters. Here we go, getting pushed to the corner. 2S whiffs. Venus.
Right. Oh, but you know, being able to fly like that in the corner, in the air, allows him to avoid the sword explosion mix-ups and pressure. Look at this. Speaking of pressure, getting his own, using the PRC to try to maintain the corner, but it's not going to happen. And a beautiful side switch on the PRC from Armix. Couldn't get the wall break.
No, it's...
Oh, backdashes a second hit of Pierce.
Oh, he gets full.
He was his turn back. Oh, I'm pretty sure he wanted that to be a gold burst, but he does manage to push Armix off regardless.
Oh no, dangerous. A lot of meter.
And no Eddie Gage on the side of Meowskii.
He's going to have to do it twice. And he float. Oh, no.
Oh, that was sick. That was sick.
That pressure is just so crazy because once you get that first sword out there and you lock down with the kick follow-up and you're forced to block that explosion, Ramlethal is like plus forever. Like, you think Garuda's bad, plus 19. Like, Ramlethal, there's got to be plus like 20, plus 30 something, you know, in that situation. Obviously, you can YRC it, which is the advantage over being guard broken by Garuda, but still, if you don't have that meter or you don't want to spend that meter, you got to hold that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that's kind of a game plan to make you hold stuff, right? You can't always do the same thing to avoid like explosions in the corner because she can just do nothing and bait you a lot of the time. I think like dash blocking is like a good option, but obviously that's character locked. Not everyone can do a dash block to try and gain space, because I feel the ideal situation is to stop Ram from getting swords back from the corner pressure, and to do that you need to be forwards. You need to be in front of the sword so she can't pick it back up. F-Team works a little bit, or if you've got a big body like Pot, it's a little bit easier, but yeah, it's just a very consistent strategy she has there, and wow, uses the meter and it pays off. Meowskii, another dust, but the burst there stops us getting the bounties. Boo, Armix, you want to give out Astros, man, come on. Take one for the team. Take one for the team.
Sets up the sandwich. Good blocks so far. Blocks the overhead. Blocks the entire sequence. He's going to go for it again.
Yeah, keep the sequence. Keep the pressure going. Look at this. Surprisingly not a...
Just combo. Combo from a...
It never ends. This is old Zato, man. This is definitely old Zato.
Man, when is this going to stop?
Oh, he's going
to reach, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Armix wasn't confident of that himself, so he really wasn't ready to punish. He thought he was going to block it.
Oh, it's disgusting.
That was, man. I hope Ringe is still in the chat, man.
Yeah.
I know he's about that. Yo, drunken shade. Drink driving. Hold this ticket real quick. Where are you going?
Dude, I was about to say, if Armix was able to bring that all the way back. I mean, more power to him, but Meowskii with that drunken shade just right in the middle of things. Ugh.
Yeah, at the moment, it's Meowskii that is the one that's having to climb. It's 2-0 to Armix at the moment, but he is fighting back. He's putting on one hell of a showing on this third and potential last game, but empty low, he's been saved.
Wait, hold on. They were definitely backdashing. What happened there?
I think he actually grabbed him when he landed. I think she had actually landed at that point. And that's going to be enough. Meowskii staying alive, taking it to 1-2.
It is also a 7-frame command grab as well, so it is a much slower command grab than like a lot of the other ones as well, so that would be a big factor for it. But Meowskii putting himself on the board.
Man, definitely making Zato look like a problem, regardless of like the lack of reversal and like kind of mashable buttons in close quarters. But I think it is kind of a case of, I know a lot of Zato players that is very different to how he played in XR. Buzzsaw was like a crucial part, I feel. Buzzsaw and Drill were a very crucial part on how Zato used to play in older games. And that's kind of changed. Like, Drill's not a low anymore. But I think that the range is a lot wider. It feels like it is anyway. But yeah, not having the low option.
It goes, like, it's almost like a mid-range normal, how high it kind of goes up and then flattens out. You know, it's really...
It's very good for controlling ground neutral, 100%. Yeah. It's very, very good for that.
Well, we saw this before when Meowskii was playing against... Did he play against... which Nago Ryuki was it that he was playing against?
Zog.
Oh, yes. Against Zog, yeah. We just saw it, you know, amazing ground control, not getting Zogra to move forward at all, covering the ground with things like Invite Hell. But, yeah. Man, I think it's just like hyper, like accentuated, like strengths and weaknesses. Like what you said before is like he's 6-frame mashable button. Like his best option is probably to go for a throw or a command grab in terms of like a reversal option.
Yeah.
Also, like no reversal super whatsoever, but his strengths are just oof. When he does get his game plan, he can get you. I guess in a way it's like both a double-edged sword. It's like you can get a block string all day, but you're just giving the opponent all the more opportunities to YRC. But on damage, on like hit with no burst available, it's just 60-70% all the time if you decide to fully cash out the gauge at the Eddie gauge.
And or you just taking chip damage the whole entire time.
Oh yeah.
But Armix is at match point here. So he just needs to win one more, and he will be in grand finals.
Oh, dashing insta block. I like it. Yeah, I think Eddie still got hit 2S oppose. Drill.
Nice
force into the corner.
And then another invite hell PRC to keep him locked in the corner. This is that pressure sequence we were talking about.
What a dagger.
Yeah.
Close out dash into command grab. 5H gonna get a free summon off this. YRC kills Eddie as well. Gets thrown into the corner. Meowskii does have quite a lot of health. But
you have to watch out for that command throw, especially when that Eddie gauge fills up, because that command throw is long enough to let Eddie just come right back.
Exactly.
Oh, there's that dust. Oof.
What's amazing as well is like in the corner, because like mid-screen the command grab, yeah, it gives Eddie gauge back and it does have plus frames, but it's not really enough to like give Zato anything major off it. Like most of the time you can jump away in mid-screen. In the corner, like if they attempt to jump, they have to block the 5H, like even if they jump. So it just pretty much gives you a free summon situation off of that as well.
There we go, look at this. Armix now one chunk away. Just one small combo or maybe an air throw. Oh, yes! And because the swords are going to OTG and Armix getting into grand finals, meaning back-to-back grand finals here at ICFC with a Ramlethal.